you. All right. You're reconnecting again. Facebook. Namaste. Happy Tuesday. God bless. How are all friggin' you? Now, what is it? Facebook? Stop it. Stop it. Get a life. Leave my lives alone, man. But before I came on, as I always do, all this stuff finds me. It's something to think about in your life. When you're doing what you love in life, it's gonna find you, man. It's just gonna come upon you. And before I came on, literally 5 minutes ago, I live on social media, as social media is my work. It's who I am. It's what I do. What I love to do in life is to send out positivity in a massive scale, on a massive scale, because we've been trained otherwise. And trained otherwise is a great version of what I'm bringing forward. Before I came on, I saw this reel. It's probably going viral as I speak. They actually featured it on the news this morning as well. You got these activists in Nevada, and they're out there. They're blocking the road, literally blocking the highway. And these cars, I didn't even see how long these cars were sitting out there for. In the hot sun, literally, some of them are overheating, air conditioning is running. People are stuck there. They blocked away. All of a sudden, you hear a siren. And that siren is a cop pulling up. And he's blaring a siren. He's going up the shoulder. And what does he do? He pushes himself right through the barricade. And he comes back and pushes it again. Get it out of the way. Gets out of the car. You can't do that. You can't do that, indeed. And these activists were so upset. What do you mean we can't do that? It's our free right. No, there's laws in place, meatball. You got to follow it a certain way. He eventually cleared everything out. Traffic got moving, and people that did it were arrested. And it's the law. It's the law that's imposed, perhaps in Nevada, about protesting. But it's a certain way. You got to act. Mentally, it's the same thing. In the mental realm of life, there is a way we have to act in order for what we want to have, be, and do. It was already set up for us. It's a perfect law of the universe, of setting up your thoughts and feelings in correspondence with what you want and your desires, and it's all going to manifest. It will eventually. It's an evolution of self. But few of us use Viktor Frankl's term. He goes, the meaning of life is to give life meaning. A lot of us are out there just working. We're literally just working our lives away without doing what we truly desire. Whenever I hear, I love to do that, I'm like, tell me more. I want to hear more about it. Because if you love doing it, keep doing it. Because you're going to manifest from that. You're going to keep bringing more of that to us. And Steve Jobs, literally as a kid, would take apart transistor radios. Man, he wanted to see how everything was ticking. He would dissect all these electronics to see how stuff was transmitted. He was obsessed with electronics and what you can't see out there and how you bring it back in form of a radio. And he noted if you're working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. This is the mental law I'm talking about. The vision is who that self you want to be, hence the mind stuff that we carry every day. And I spent 35 years trying to figure this shit out, but it's really nothing more than you just being yourself and to love what you do. Because from that, everything comes to us. Because it goes from us to come back to us. We're using the law of karma, the law of vibration, the law of attraction in its easiest form. You have to encumber it with all your might. But this is these words from Johnny Depp. I love these words. And again, just a few minutes before I came on, I was going through the reels. I was checking the reels, not for ideas, because I had a few minutes for shits and giggles. And here this pops up. Here we go. This is basically how everybody is. And people who are exceptionally successful on a realm where everybody knows them, the superstardom, all they did was do what they wanted to do. And they did it with passion because they love to do it. So if you love to do something, you're going to manifest more of that something. And if you love that intention you have in life every single day, you're denied nothing, because you're going to evolve into that. But it has to be a consistent mindset. So like the laws on the outside world have to be followed consistently to keep basically everybody in line, not in a bad way, but a respectful kind of way. And this is what people forget. The laws are there not to harm you. Perhaps some are that I don't know about. Maybe I'm being credulous. But the point being is, it keeps everybody from killing each other, for crying out loud. But think about this. This is what Johnny Depp said. Everybody would love to be themselves, but they can't. Everybody would love to be themselves, but they can't, because they must fall in line with the person in front of them. What does that mean? Conform. I've said this throughout the 3 years I've been doing America's Mentor. I think 500 shows now. Guys, thank you very much. On the value of not conforming, not to society, but letting society train you how to be. And this is the upper echelon's way of thinking. This is the 5% or the 3% or whatever you want to call them. It's these guys who understand that a vision, a thought, concept, or object formed by the imagination, mind stuff, their constant mind stuff, is going to happen. With synonyms of conceive and picture. This is what they carry every day from that word vision, not out of the quote, but in the quote box today. And this is what the majority of us forget. The basic rudiments of the law of Simons is pull. To exert force upon, so as to cause to motion towards a force, hence bringing it to you. The majority of us, I almost put push on there as another word, but push is basically, if you're pushing something, you're pushing it away from you. You're trying to force it. When you're pulling something, you're pulling it towards you. This is what they've mastered, just by their thought, their vision, their imagination, their feelings, and what they do every day, because they're doing what they love. This is the basic laws that we can't see, but creates everything that we can see. And when you get to that point in your life and you stop fighting like I did for 35 friggin' years of trying to figure out that this is why I love being this precocious, obsessive, crazy man that I am, because I love to figure out things that will only move me forward and then share it on a massive scale, because a lot of us weren't taught this. I would say the majority of us weren't taught this, unless we had a family of affluence or wealth that understood this, or success, or whatever it might be, the basic components of happiness, purpose, love, and meaning. And when you follow that notion about who you are, the past is irrelevant. It's wisdom. It's great wisdom to understand. You start forgiving your past when you realize you have a purpose for the future. And you don't worry about what has happened to you, only what you can make happen for you. It's really, really, really simple. But few people understand that. They think they got to fight for everything in life. No, you're pushing what you want out there as a force. You're trying to force out what you want. But think of the feelings what comes to force: strain, frustration, pain, anger. When you're pulling something, what is that? Gratitude, love, purpose, wholeness for the life that you want to have, be, and do. So guys, think about it, man. Really, think about it. Think about what we've been taught. Imagine if we were taught the basic laws of creation from the very beginning, like the upper echelon people have been taught since birth. They were taught how to be wealthy. They were taught how to be successful, literally inbreeding generation upon generation upon generation. That's why you see this. Whereas poverty is the same thing. They were inbred that there's never enough, that life is hard, you got to struggle. It's the same thing. All the people in the upper echelon did was be themselves and push forward in life to whatever they wanted to do. Whereas the people in poverty was trying to fight life. They were trying to force out all these things in life. But guess what they got? Nothing in return. So think about it for yourself, guys. America's Mentor _video on Instagram, at America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube. I hope this helped, guys. This short little sort of happiness. Remember what Viktor Frankl said? The meaning of life is to give life meaning. In other words, when you find what you love, when you truly find what you love, as Steve Jobs said, you don't have to be pushed. The vision's going to pull you. Everything's going to come to you. When you start pushing, not pushing, when you start sending out naturally what you want to have, be, and do in thought, feeling, being, action, you're going to keep getting these synchronicities like I have every single day. Every day. I get a basic picture. Here's a perfect example. I get a basic picture of what reel I want to have put on for social media, for whatever day it might be. And from that, ideas spur, just by a word or this or that. It evolves from this palette of a picture with a set of words into the media that you see, all in a natural process. Because if you love what you do, you've got to force nothing. It's just naturally going to flow out of you. Remember that. and whatever you're trying to have be into. If it's a struggle and you're not happy with it, please follow through with your life. Find your purpose. The meaning of life is to give life meaning your life. Guys, happy Tuesday. I'll talk to you guys soon, man. Have a great day.